Hi everyone, welcome to this week's podcast. This week's podcast is about just one technique that will help you reach your peak possibility. The reason we are focusing only on one technique, there are numerous techniques out there. So, why are we focusing only on one technique? The reason we are focusing on one technique is because that one small technique can give you a big breakthrough. This is taken from the Adi Shaiva tradition. It is taken from the Agamas. The concept behind this tradition is whatever we see around us, anything that happens around us, anything that is happening even within us, through that energy, we create the world. Through that energy, we manifest what we want. Through that energy, we build our reality. So here we are now looking into how to do this, how we can live to our peak possibility. One thing I've realized over time is that the more we focus on ourselves, the better it is for us. The more we focus on ourselves, the better it is for us. So, from that perspective, let us look at how we can shift our perspective and challenge ourselves to get this right, to get to place where we can be in our peak possibility. The number one thing that is holding us back is the way we digest, the way we take the information from the world, and we constantly tell ourselves, this is the only way to do it. Thousands of people have done it, so this is the only way to do it. Hundreds of people have done it, so this is the only way to do it. This is the only way to do it. That is the first mistake we make. Once we jump out of that mistake, once we say, okay, that is not the way I want to look at life, then we face another hurdle. That hurdle will be, oh, I'm not good enough. No, I should not do this. Fear or anger. I tried this so many times. Why is this not working for me? Jealousy. All these things are actually, they steal our power away. They drain us of our power. They drain us of our energy. So, what are the things we can do? Hundreds of things that we can do. Of all the hundreds of things that you may know, you may hear, you may think, you may see, it's only one thing we need to do. In all our activities, we should be with awareness of the negativity in us. Anything that is negative is actually draining our energy, draining our power, draining our belief, draining our core understanding of who we are. This intense draining is continuously happening. If we watch carefully, we will see that we undergo so many disbeliefs. In the morning, we get up, we believe, yes, I can do this. By afternoon, you begin to feel doubtful. By evening, it's impossible. So many times, we feel that energy drop. All that energy drop is because we have these negative patterns sitting within us. So, the first thing we can do is to focus completely on ourselves. So, we can first ask ourselves, we should give ourselves permission to succeed. If we don't give permission to succeed, we will just go on working without changing anything, without thinking, without setting course corrections, without saying, I have done that 50 times already. I did not get the result I want. What do I need to change? How can I change? We will not ask those things. We'll just go on doing it blindly. So, the first thing we can do, remember, there's only one technique that we are going to discuss today. The first thing we can do is to be in that space of complete understanding and complete awareness. As to what? As to the energy stealers that are sitting with us, the negativity that is there within us, the complete negativity that we are living through. We have to own it. We have to disarm it. We have to say no to it. We have to say we don't want it. Do you think negativity is so easy to get rid of? If you just say, I don't want it, do you think it will go away? No. Negativity is so ingrained in us because that is how society controls us. They deny things for us. They expect us to show that we are capable of doing certain things. For certain kinds of actions where other people might be in danger, that is really important. Like, for example, driving. It's very important. Everybody follows similar rules. They all understand what we are going to do at the same time. But you don't need this kind of denial when it comes to food. So many people go hungry. So many people waste food. We could think of equitable distribution of food so nobody goes hungry. This denial is so deep in the society. It is so deep within families. In some families, we will see males have certain privileges females do not have. In certain families, we see certain kinds of behaviors are appreciated, like the son who earns the more or the daughter who earns the more might be much better appreciated. So the entire world, we have to think, we have to start thinking, how did we become so negative? As a child, we would never have thought, I cannot climb the tree, I cannot even get that cloud. We would never have thought those were impossibilities. As an adult, even bending our body and doing yoga is an impossibility. That is how much the society will give us. He'll give us this constantly, he'll give us this impossibility, and we should not fall for it. Understanding that the society is doing its best to control us is the number one thing we have to understand, and we should not take that to heart, and we should start paying more attention to our needs rather than the limitations that were imposed by the society. How do we do that? We do that by constantly raising our frequency. And what do we mean by that? We have to be in that energetic space, the space where your expansion can happen, and the no really doesn't have a meaning anymore. Though no means nothing anymore. Does it? At one time, that no might have controlled you. At one time, that no might have seemed like a big, like a stop sign to you. But now you're grown up, your energy is different, you are in a better space, and this no has no meaning for you. It has absolutely nothing for you. Look in. Some of these no's are things that we have put in ourselves. We probably decided we are not good at singing. We are not good at time management. We are not good at having relationships. We are not good at something. We are probably not a good cook. I don't look pretty. All those no messages that are sitting inside you. Some of this may be really bad experiences that you have had. Some of this, maybe you are just self talking. Whatever those no messages you have inside you, pay attention to it. You feel so excited and you say, yes, I want to go and join this group that's singing. And then you're like, oh, I've just done 5 years of singing, I'm not good at it. It's completely different if you've never had any training, and then you are like, oh, okay, this is not for me because I've never had a training. That's a completely different scenario. This scenario that we are talking about is when you have a little bit of knowledge, you want to do it, you are enthusiastic, but then you have this no within you which is louder than your enthusiasm. Certain relationships are a no, even if inside you your heart is racing. You know this is not going to work out, you know this is going to hurt you, you know this is not good for you. It can be a friendship, it can be a small interaction with somebody, it can even be a long term relationship. You have to know when this is time to say no. When do you know that? When you feel you're working too much, when you are working to compensate for all the things that you want in that relationship, when you're nervous, when you're agitated, when you feel, oh my God, I cannot do this anymore, and I am actually doing more, that's a time to say no to that relationship or go and renegotiate. But that's not the no we are talking about. The no we are talking about is the no we tell ourselves. The way we have the self doubts, the self doubt which just gradually drags it down, and it reminds you of all the failures instead of all the successes you have had. Or maybe you had one catastrophic failure and you just keep remembering that instead of all the successes. Or maybe you never had a success. You just, longing for one. The point is, all those no's that are stopping you, that is draining your energy, focus on those. That is our goal today. We will do a small, short meditation. It's a writing meditation. And I'm just going to tell you, if you're going to follow it, I'll just give you like 2 minutes to do it. Doesn't take long. Think of the brightest thing you want to do, the happiest thing that you want to do. At this moment, what is the happiest thing you want to do? You want to do something that makes you very happy, right? It should not be, I want to watch a movie. That's not you're doing anything. It has to be an active action. Maybe you want to write, maybe you want to sing, maybe you want to go and work in your garden, or maybe you want to cook something. It has to involve an action. Don't say I want to sleep, I want to watch movies. None of those count because they're all passive. It has to be action oriented. So think of one action that you want to take now that will make you happy. And then sit down for a minute and visualize you've already completed it. What will be happening inside you? What will be going on within you? The chance is, as soon as you sit down and start visualizing that happiness, immediately something will come up. What is that something? That something that comes up is, oh, you can't do this. You're not good at this. Or it'll go bad. I told you. Or, oh, no, 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 this is not that easy. Or, remember the time it went bad? Or, like, really? You want to do this YouTube channel? Who do you think you are? Right? All these negative things that come out, watch it. Some of them will shake you. You will not even know whose voice was that inside my head. But you just watch it. Go on watching it. They'll come out like a procession. At the end of it, see how your energy has come down. Immediately, take a long deep breath at the end of this. It should take you about less than 5 minutes. I would say give it 3 or 4 minutes. End of 5 minutes, take a long, deep, slow breath. Hold it as long as possible. And when you hold it, visualize that there is fire burning in between your brows, right here. Visualize that there is fire burning there. And with that burning, all the negative things that you saw, everything is being burnt, and now you are being released and you are floating. You are free from all these negativities. Your energy level is so high that you're floating. You can visualize blue sky if you wish. You can visualize cherry blossoms if you wish. You can visualize anything that gives you peace that is from nature. Just continue floating around it, watching your breathing. Then do this for another 5 minutes. At the end of it, take a pen and paper and sincerely write, what is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want to manifest? Your peak possibility. What is it that you're visualizing as your biggest possibility at this moment? 90% of the time, this changes everything. Your fear has left you, your worry has left you, all the other things that were holding you back has now left you because you did that meditation. And you have such a clear joy when you write it. And your energy is high and you feel enthusiastic and you feel empowered and you say, yes, I can do this. I do not have any more no's sitting within me. You only need an yes to attain your peak possibility. That yes has to come from you. That yes has to be your mantra. It cannot be anybody's mantra. It has to be your mantra. You have to give yourself permission to do it. You have to give yourself the space to grow. If you're making mistakes, you have to allow yourself to make those mistakes. Continuously monitor yourself. Continuously grow yourself. Continuously encourage yourself. Continuously weed out the no's in you. Because these no's have been inserted into our system very, very, very cunningly. Some of it is just the way that you are rewarded is by a no. If you don't do this, I will give you something. That might have been the way you were rewarded. So we don't know in how many different ways this no got inserted in our system, in how many different variations this no has been inserted in our system. Every minute you see an impossibility in you, that impossibility blocks your peak possibility. Stop that. Block it. How? By looking at how many times you're saying no. What are you saying no to? How are you saying the no? Where is this no coming from? Self doubt is a big killer. Dropping the self doubt is the only way to reach the peak possibility. Reach that peak possibility. Every day, every minute, be aware. I'll tell you a story. I once went uh, to a small hotel in a village. We were doing a field work. It was in Tamil Nadu. We were doing field work, and the end of it, we just went there because my teammates wanted to have tea. I don't drink tea, but I just went with them. When we went there, there is a old woman who came with her grandchild, and the shopkeeper said, "Oh, she has come. One of you please go and give her tea and some vada or something." I was very curious. I said, "Why can't she come inside?" He says, "Oh, no, no, she won't come where there are so many men." I looked around. I said, "There are four or five other females here." He said, "No, no, she won't come where men are there. We have tried many times. You can go and talk to her." So I just went and I just told her, "Party, which means grandma, you can come in and it's so hot. Why are you standing outside?" She said, "No, no, no. I am not taking this for me. I don't eat food cooked by men. There is this, my boss man, he wants it. So I'm taking it for him." I was surprised at the age of probably she's 80, 90, I don't know. I said, "You're still working?" She says, "Of course I'm working. I work in a mandi. Mandi is a grain market." And she cleans the rice and other things of stones, and she makes sure that they are in good quality, remove all the stones and everything, and then they will repack it. So that's her job. And I was so surprised that she's still working, she's doing all these things. And I asked her, "So how much do you make per day?" 300, 400 rupees. That time, this is like 20 years ago, that was good money she was making. So it's not like she was not making money. It's not like she didn't have a career. It's not like she didn't know how to spend the money. She just didn't like entering the space. So I just asked her, "Patty, why you don't want to come in? It's so hot and you're jumping and dancing on your feet, and your poor grandchild, the granddaughter, is also standing with you." She said, "That is unfortunate thing. My father never allowed me to go to this place. To this day, if I have to enter this space, I feel he is stopping me from entering." I was district first in my 10th grade. They offered me a job in the taluk office, but I did not go because my father said there will be a lot of men there, don't go. So wherever she sees a group of men, she feels she should not go there. I was thinking how many years of no, how many decades of no, how many no's has she told in her life? She could have been an officer serving in the state. Just think about her. So I asked her, "Why didn't you send your granddaughter inside?" She said, see, I myself have so many troubles. How can I teach her how to do this? She's very honest. How can I teach her how to be brave? I don't know how to get out of my nose. How can I teach my granddaughter how to get out of this? I don't know. She has to learn on her own. So then I asked Granny, can I take your granddaughter in so she can at least see it, not stand out like this and wonder what is inside? So she asked granddaughter, do you want to go? She said, yeah, sure. So like in India, we just give our finger. She held my finger and then took her inside. Then I showed her what all is inside and see this is a place where they make tea and this is the bench where we all sit and the roof is just made of coconut fronds they weave. So this is just like any other temporary shed. So the girl looked at it and she said, okay, thank you. And she picked up the packet and the tea and everything and they left. On the way back, she's telling her grandmother, this looks like an office only party. I want to go to an office. Now I know what it looks like. Next time I will go inside and get it for you. Such a small incident, but how many no's that lady had carried within herself? We are also like that. Sometimes we get caught in our nose. We got caught in our stories. We get so caught in our own impossibilities. We feel, Ayo, I cannot do this anymore. Let us break it today. Let us watch for all the no's that are coming in our system. Let us weed every one of those out. Every one of those. We do not need any no's in our life. The only no's we say in our life are the conscious no's, the ones that we use to draw the boundary, the ones that we say we do not want this anymore. Let all our no's be conscious. Let us be very mindful of the no's we tell. Because it's very easy. As you noticed, she feels she's what, 90, 95. She still feels her father is sitting. I don't know, her father must have gone away a long time back. But he is still alive and active and sitting inside her head. Just visualize how much no she has suffered, how many opportunities she missed. Every time I see somebody who is filled with this no, I remember that grandmother and that granddaughter. If that granddaughter had not gone in that day, all her life she would have also been experiencing the same thing. No, 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 my grandmother didn't go. My grandmother said it is not safe, so I will not go. Visualize this. Let us drop all our no's today and we will automatically reach our peak possibility. When we drop all our no's, we will reach our peak possibility. That is a reminder for us. This is one method, just one method through which we can reach our peak possibility. Thank you all for listening. I welcome you all to join our free 3-day New Year challenge. As you know, the Vedic New Year happens in March, April. The lunar happens earlier than the solar. So I welcome you all to join and I want you all to experience the power of manifesting this. The life that you want. We will use the conscious method, which is called as Sankalpa. We will go over how to make Sankalpa on 7th and 8th, we will do that. On 13th, we will activate that Sankalpa. And if you want to continue in a longer term course, we also have a longer term course that begins on the 14th of April. Welcome you all to come and join. And also, please be inspired every day with our Gita tips. So you will be in your high frequency all the time. I thank you all once again for all your support and encouragement. And I will see you in both the Gita tips and in future episodes of Sattvic Serenity. Please share this if you thought this was useful, if there was at least something you felt was good. Please share it with others, and please do subscribe to our channel. We would love to hear your comments. Please put your comments below. Thank you. See you in the next episode. Bye.